Now next we will talk about is watershed development. Watershed is an area of a land, okay? It's an area of a land that separates water flowing to different rivers and basins or seas. So it's a land which separates the water which flows to different river, basin and sea, so that equal water gets distributed in every area. એવું ન થાય કે રિવરમાં એટલું બધું પાણી થઈ જાય કે ફ્લડ થવા માંડે. Okay, so it's order to protect the rivers, seas, basins, all these things. Watershed is a natural unit and it is used for synthesized development in smaller natural units according to convenience. This now watershed is something which is very natural. Okay, it is a very proper way of using water in according to convenience. Convenience meaning according to our needs. Okay, a river basin is such area where the water of the river along with the water of its branches forms a watershed. So river basin or a river area is such wherein water from different branches, like there's one big river and that one big river ko many small rivers are connecting. Okay, those are the branches of the rivers. Okay, so we all know that these branches are the watershed for the main river. A watershed region is ultimately a river basin only. So if you say watershed or you say river basin, it's one and the same thing. What is a river basin? River basin is a place wherein small branches of the river, they meet together. Okay, the water during the rainy season flows forwardly and finally meets any river. So these small rivers, when it starts raining, obviously water is increased and all these small rivers, they go and meet the main or the big river. The development of watershed is an overall approach of development. It includes the programs like soil humidity conservation, water storage, tree plantation, forestation, horticulture, development of pasture land, renewal of collective resources. So what they are saying is that the fact that these watersheds are developed, okay, through these watersheds you can do many development in the field of conservation of soil, in the field of saving water, tree plantation. You can regrow forests, you can practice horticulture. Horticulture is a type of agriculture wherein you grow grass, plants, trees, fruits, everything together. Okay, so what they are trying to say is that through watershed you can develop all these other things also. You can develop pasture land, okay, all these things. All these programs, the land capacity and the requirement of people have been considered. In needs the participation of local people, many schemes are planned by state and central government. So all these programs, all these development with the help of watershed is done by taking the help of the local people, and even the state government and the central government helps in development of watershed. Next we have is rainwater harvesting. Special methods to collect rainwater and conserve it include construction of wells, small dams, khet talavadi, farm ponds, etc. Water is conserved through these mediums. These also raise groundwater level. This may fulfill requirements of domestic use and agriculture. So what they are saying is that rainwater, when it falls, you can harvest it or you can conserve it. We all know when it starts raining a lot, sometimes your mom might be putting out the buckets to fill water. Okay, that is one form of rainwater harvesting only. So rainwater harvesting is done, or preserving of rainwater is done by construction of well, construction of dams, construction of farm ponds. Okay, farm ponds એટલે કે જે તમારો એગ્રીકલ્ચર લેન્ડ હોય કે તમારું ફાર્મ હોય ને, અહીંયા નાનું એવું એ લોકો ખોદીને પોન્ડ જેવું કરશે એટલે પાણી એમાં ભરાઈ જશે. સો થ્રુ ધીઝ વેઝ યુ કેન કન્ઝર્વ ધ રેન વોટર. Now main objectives of rainwater harvesting. First, to increase the capacity to conserve the groundwater and increase the underground water table. So what they're saying, through rainwater, the water in the ground level will increase, and since that the water table, there's a table which talks about the level of water underneath the earth, that will increase. Reduce water pollution. Obviously if you save water, it's going to reduce water pollution because you'll be using this water for your agriculture and for other things. Improve the quality of groundwater. Rainwater is very fresh, okay, so you can use that water for drinking also. So quality of groundwater will increase. To save land roots from water logging. what happens is that, you know, sometimes the land which is there, which doesn't have soil, okay, water gets filled over there and it creates problem. So you can reduce that problem by harvesting or by saving water. Reduce the surface runoff of the water. Sometimes what happens is that if you don't conserve water, the water runs off, okay, it does not stay on the surface, it goes away. So you can reduce that wastage of water running away. Fulfill the requirement of domestic water requirements during summer and during long dry spells. So especially during summer or during those time when there is no rain, you can use that water for domestic reasons, for agriculture, for anything else. Okay. Next, fulfill the increasing demand of water. Since the population is increasing, we need to fulfill the demand of the water. Make arrangements to store rainwater underground tanks in multi-story residence in large cities, or arrangement should be made so that water percolates in the ground. So what they are saying is that big underground tanks should be there of multiple story એટલે ઘણા levels ની underground tanks હોવી જોઈએ, જેનાથી whenever it starts raining you can preserve or you can conserve water over there. Especially you should do this in big cities. Percolates meaning goes inside the ground. Okay. Things to know, you can please read through this. Okay, I don't think it's very important, but just read through this. Okay. Next is following points should be considered for water management. How can you manage water? Following points should be considered. First, use water economically for garden, vehicles, toilets and water basin. So use water properly, use less water, especially when you are gardening, for vehicles, for wash basins, for everything else. Okay, for washing toilets and all that. Public awareness should be created. Participation in water conservation and its skill management should be increased. People should be made aware about the fact that water needs to be saved, and even people should be trained in a way that they should know how to manage the water. If possible, recycle the used water. If it's possible, try to recycle the water that you have used. Save the reservoirs from pollution. Okay, all the reservoirs like wells, tanks, ponds, rivers, you should save it from pollution. Increase the use of units of water harvesting structure like wells, tube wells, khet wavdi, etc. Keep growing, keep making more and more wells, tube wells, khet wavdi. Khet wavdi એટલે farm ની અંદર જે ponds હોય એને ખેત વાવડી કહેવાય. Okay, so all these things should be increased so that when it starts raining you can use that water, you can conserve that water. Keep a watch of the units those of are using groundwater. So you, and especially those people who are using groundwater, check should be made that they do not overuse the groundwater. Prevent the deterioration of water storage units and repair the damaged pipelines immediately to stop water pollution. So prevent deterioration meaning damaging water storage units, meaning those storage like tanks, wells, अगर आ बधी वस्तु जे छे अगर टूटी गई छे, okay, કે કંઈક ટૂટી ગયું છે, pipeline તૂટી ગઈ છે, so repair it, make sure that it's in proper condition so that water does not flow away or water does not go away, and in order to stop water from getting polluted or from water from getting wasted. Uniform steps cannot be applied at every area. Local people should be included with their due cooperation for the development and management of water resources of any special region. So what they have said that हर एरियाમાં વોટરને સેવ કરવું is not possible. So it is the job of the local population, it is the job of the local people that they cooperate, that they learn to manage and save water. Thus water should be utilized economically. Okay, that is, water should be used properly. Various methods are implemented for water conservation. Many different ways are used for conservation and for protecting water. Whether the rainfall occurs or not, water crisis is pending on us. Whether there is rainfall, whether there is no rainfall, water is always a problem in India. Whether it is a farm or a water place in the house, we have to conserve every drop of water. Water is life. Whether you have a farm, whether you have water at your own place, save water at every level. With this, we complete the chapter number 11. And now I will start off with the revisions and with the test of each and every chapter. So please start preparing.